All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. We've got people coming in. So you always know, I said this the other day, you always know when it gets a little closer to Christmas, everybody is happily, frantically running. Okay. Let's say that. We're going to keep it on the positive. Okay. Now, so good to see everybody. Reminder. Okay. First of all, today, if you're a part of the network marketing profession with us, we have an open call at 11 a.m. Central Time Zone, and it's all over everywhere. I'll be joined with Mr. Todd Falcone. We're going to do a thing rolling into 2026. And so we're going to spend some time with you, get the word out to you and your team if you want to be a part of that call. So now we've got some amazing birthdays. And I got to remind everybody that Thursday is our Thankful Thursday. So be preparing your little short snippet for what you want to share that you're thankful for going into Christmas. And the word today represents these two people that it's their birthday. And in the word's miracle, and they're a miracle, right? And Cindy Greenwood, our beautiful sister from Canada, happy birthday to you. Amazing lady. We hope amazing ever. Can't wait for Rose to get to sing happy birthday to you from the Philippines. And Greg Dunn, not so sure. Greg comes in sometimes and watches the recording. So maybe we'll see if Greg's on. But if so, can't wait. Stay till the end. Stay till the end. So the word for today's miracle. And in this Christmas season, you look at the definition and it's an extraordinary event that feels beyond normally like any normal explanation. Something that creates gratitude, something that there's a sense that, oh my God, have you ever said this to yourself? Like, there's no way this just happened. Okay. So I'll never forget the miracle of having a baby, right? That time that you're like, there's no way this has just happened. And then the fear of, oh my goodness, I have to train this thing up. And then I was told it's not a thing. It's actually a human and it's got a name and the name's Peyton and all this stuff because I didn't, needed a lot of training. So here's the thing. You've got miracles. I've had miracles in my life. We usually think of miracles as that big dramatic moment, like having your first baby. Okay. But there's so many miracles that God puts in our path that listen, we, we have an obligation to ourselves to not miss the miracle. And in this busy world we live in, there's so many miracles that pass by us on a daily basis that we miss because we're focused on negative things or we're caught up in dramatic things or life has got us spinning all out of control and we're letting daily little miracles pass us by. And my challenge this holiday season going into Christmas and into 2026 is that miracles don't just mean big dramatic moments. It's the little breakthroughs. Maybe it's in your profession and you're like, I've never done a presentation, but I broke through and did my first. I'm scared to death to call someone and prospect them. By the way, just call them, ask them how they're doing. But maybe that's a breakthrough for you. Maybe it's taking 2 days to just take in the sound of the ocean and go, that's a breakthrough. That's given me a moment. Maybe it's a relationship where you're with somebody you care about and you put the phone down and you just spend some time talking, right? That's a miracle. It doesn't have to be a big, major piece. It's just a tiny turning point. I'll tell you another miracle. And we talked about this yesterday. A miracle is finding someone in a hard moment and making that slight little difference that you really don't know what kind of difference it made. The little card, the little note, the little text, the little phone call. I got one today in my messenger that said, thanks for all you do for all of us. And it made my day so much better. It's taking that little moment to create that miracle in somebody's day. And really, a miracle sometimes is just a little bit of peace that shows up even when life's messy. And let me tell you something. Hill Blue, John Frick, life's going to get messy. We're going to have setbacks. We're going to have disappointments. We're going to have things happen that we didn't see. We're going to have things that are really challenging. And sometimes miracles, they're going to show up, and it doesn't mean everything's got to be perfect. Sometimes the miracle is just, I'm going to stay the course. I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to keep fighting through these difficult moments. Miracles, as I turn it to Andrea, in a lot of ways, it's the way we look at things. Are we looking at it through a glass half full or half empty? Am I looking through critical eyes, judging, telling everybody what I could do better, how they need to do this, how they need to do that? A miracle could just be that I've made a choice, a tiny shift, that I'm going to start looking at things a little bit different, and positively coming out of my mouth things that are different. So anyway, Andrea, great core word for me, like going into the holiday season and going into 2026. So I'll turn it to you.
Well, thank you, Coach. Great lesson. And Cheryl, thank you so much for the word. I love the word miracle. Like, I feel like this is something we pray for all the time. And the quote that I found was, be a miracle, be the light. And I think when I was looking into this, what I realized is, you know what? We have the ability to be a miracle for someone else. And then we are truly surrounded by miracles, but sometimes we just don't necessarily see them. So, what I looked into was, how can we see miracles in our life? How can we see more of them? So, first of all, we look for those tiny wins. Oh gosh, don't you, especially right now, anybody else try to go to a mall recently and you could drive around for a week and you can't find a parking spot, but that little miracle is when you drive in and there is just magically a spot there waiting for you. Or that calm moment when life feels like chaos, or an unexpected solution to a problem that we thought was insurmountable, or maybe even having a little bit more strength inside than we thought we had. So, all of those are tiny wins, little miracles. Next, we can practice evidence collecting. So each day, we can write down 3 moments where things worked out, right? It's so easy, at least in my mind, maybe not for you guys, but it's so easy for me to think back on the day and think of all the things that didn't work, right? Shouldn't have said that. Oh my gosh, I made a fool out of myself there, and that thing was a little silly. Like all of that is so easy to see, but it can be a good thing to sit down and think of 3 moments where things went my way. The coffee was warm and I said the right thing to this person, or I made that person smile. It doesn't matter. Just the small little wins in our day are evidence of miracles in process. Number three is to slow down enough to notice. Miracles are shy sometimes, right? You kind of can't look at it straight on occasion because it'll miss us. So they don't always scream. It can be a little whisper. So we've got to slow down in order to hear that. We reframe the hard stuff, not pretending that things are easy, right? We're all going through hard things in life.
You're good.
We're
So
trying, guys.
again, yep.
We're all, but
Um,
we can ask ourselves, sorry, guys, we can ask ourselves, what is this growing in me? What skill am I learning? How am I improving? Will I be able to help more in the future by going through this hard moment? And then next, we stay open to help. So pride says, oh, I got this, right? Anybody else go out there? We think, I've got this. I can manage it. But we realize, you know what? Faith says, I'm willing to receive and I can accept help from others. So, with that, I'm going to try, guys. I apologize. Is how we can create miracles, right? So that's how we can accept them, but how can we create them? We choose to be one, right? A little text that says, Coach, you might have to.
okay. So let me say this. Let me say this. Here's the deal this morning. It's okay. So many of you know Andrea has been caregiving for her sister that is battling cancer. And so I really think probably the biggest thing we can do this morning is just lift her up in prayers. Her name's Suzanne, and lift her up in prayers. And you don't have to swallow it. It's okay. So we appreciate you, Andrea. And she even when you think about miracles, she's doing one right now, coming in the hard season. And so what this is a great example of is sometimes we don't even know when someone is in the middle of a hard season. And so the miracle is stepping up in the moment, just being compassionate, leading with love, taking care of people. And Andrea, you do it every single day. We love you, lady. And we're praying for Suzanne. We're praying for you, praying for the family. So here's what we're going to do to end the call. We have some amazing birthday. Listen, Cindy Greenwood, we love you. You're just absolutely on here on the Coach's Corner from Canada. You're screen sharing, Andrea. Okay. Hopefully
I've got
no one's hacking
music.
us.
Nope.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
music.
Okay. She's
So
got
I'm
music.
trying to do this. Francis hooked us up and I want to make this work for Cindy's birthday. So we're going to try, guys. So I know you can see it, you can ignore that, but hopefully you'll be able to hear it when I hit play. Okay, we ready? Oh, hold on. I didn't unmute everybody. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. Coach, you're doing great today. Appreciate you hanging it, pulling it together.
We love you, Andrea.
Cindy, have
Bless you,
an
Andrea.
amazing.
Love you,
Okay, we're
Andrea.
not going to do that. We're going to sing
We're not
happy
going to do the
birthday,
music. You
Miss
can't get it to work. So
Cindy.
sorry.
Here we go. Here we go.
Happy, happy, happy.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Birthday, dear.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Birthday.
Happy
Okay, great.
birthday
More.
to you.
God
Love you
bless
guys. Have
you.
a beautiful day.
Great. Happy birthday.
You,
Happy birthday.
Andrea. Love you. Love you all.
The grace. Love you guys.